Dear students, I think you are all well. I am also well. Today I will take class on English second paper. It will greatly benefit you. I think you will enjoy the class much. So listen to me and I will try my best to make you understand the text. At the very outset, I want to thank all of you who are attending my class. So I am going to start my class. So welcome my students to my class. So I am here, Muhammad Shahidul Islam, Auliyapur High School, Pakirganj. Today our class is English second paper and I will take class 1 connectors. Some students find difficulties in answering the questions about connectors, so I decided to take on a class 1 connectors. So stay with me. So at first look at the pictures and discuss in pairs what you see in it. So I think you have understood the point and the pictures. There are two boys dash are going to school. So what will be the word in the gap here? Yes, try to guess it. Then match the word in the gap. Who? So there are two boys who are going to school. Here who is used? Do you know who we use here? It's a connector. We use it as a connector. So look at the picture, what you see in it. The boy is fat. And the next, the boy is thin. So here are two sentences and one is the opposite of the others. So how can we combine these two sentences into one? Using a connector. So what type of connector we should use here? See, that is but. Yes, two opposite meaning of the sentences, we can connect this type of sentence using but. So dear students, look another pictures here. So look at the pictures, what you see in it. So the farmers work hard and then they can get good crops. So farmers work hard. By these sentences here indicates the region, and the second sentence with pictures, they can get good crops, indicates the result of their hard work. So this type of sentences, how can we connect? Using so that. So the farmers work hard so that they can get good crops. So can you tell me what will we learn today? Connectors. You are right. Today we will learn connectors. So learning outcomes. After the students have studied this lesson, you will be able to say about connectors, talk about some connectors of words, write down connectors, fill in the gaps with connectors, etc. So at first I want to tell you what is connectors. So connectors are some words that can really help our fluency in English, as they help us to create longer sentence. Yes, by using connectors we make a long sentence. Here let's see 7 coordinating conjunctions for using connectors, and I am using here acronyms. Through acronyms you can learn easily and quickly. Fanboys. This fanboys stands for F for A and N nor, B but, O word, Y yet. So I think you have got this point. Some connectors come in the middle of the sentences. Let's see here. Rana could not go to school. He was admitted into hospital. So here one sentence indicates reason and the other sentence indicates the result. So this type of sentences we can use here. Because indicates reason. So Rana could not go to school because he was admitted into hospital. Let's see. I went to the park. I went to school. So this type of sentences we can use here. Then to make it a longer sentence, I went to park, then I went to school. These two sentences are similar here. That's why we use then between these two sentences. Here are two sentences. I do not eat crisps. I eat ice cream. So this type of sentence, to connect this type of sentence which bears the opposite meaning of each other, we have to use but between the sentences to make it a longer sentence. I do not eat crisps but I eat ice cream. So connectors and or but. Boys dash girl are standing. This is a similar noun. Boys and girls, these two words are noun. So between these two words to connect we have to use and. Here do, die, these two interrogative sentences or indications we have to use between these two words or alternative. As alternative, one is alternative of the other. So do or die. He is a rich man. He is unhappy. So this type of sentences, to connect, we have to use but. So he is a rich man, but he is unhappy. Next, our connector is such as, to indicate example. So let's see a sentence. There are some fruits: banana, apple, plum, pear, strawberry, lemon. So we can use here such as. There are some fruits such as, that means for examples, or namely banana, apple, plum, pear, strawberry, lemon. Just the example of fruits or the name of the fruits here indicates such as. Either or. These two words also used as a connector to indicate alternative. Bangladesh, India won the match. Either Bangladesh or India. That means you have to choose an alternative from the two words Bangladesh and India. So either Bangladesh or India won the match. Connectors who is a relative pronoun, indicates a person or a thing. So there was a woman was very helpful and kind to people. So we have to use a relative pronoun in a subjective form, that because the second sentence begins with a verb was. So here we have to use who to indicate the woman. There was a woman who was very helpful and kind to people. So connector which indicates a thing. Who indicates a person, and which and that indicates a thing or a lower animal. So there was a fox dash had no tail. So here to indicate fox we have to use which, as it is a lower animal or thing. So I am giving you some group work. Try to connect the sentences using connectors. So for group A, we go to market dash we can buy necessary things. There was a king dash was very cruel. It is cow dash gives us milk. For group B, I am also giving you some group work. Try to solve them. We go to school dash we can acquire knowledge. There are many people dash do not work hard. It is honesty dash is the best policy. So try to solve the questions here using connectors, and I think you will easily connect the sentence using connectors, and I think you are all correct and understood the connectors effectively and fruitfully. So let's see the answer. we go to market so that we can buy necessary things, so we have to use for group A so that. At the question number 1 we have to use so that. And the second sentences for group A we have to use who relative pronoun, because here who indicates a king, a person, and the next sentence begins with was. That's why we have to use who. There was a king who was very cruel. Next, I think you have understood clearly. It is cow which gives us milk. Here cow, a lower animal, that's why we have to use which. For group B, we go to school so that we can acquire knowledge. So at first, in the first sentence we have to use so that to connect the sentence, and I think group B understood the class. In the next sentence, there are many people dash do not work hard. So I think you know the answer of the sentences, that is relative pronoun who. Because here people who indicates the people. It is honesty dash is the best policy. So I think you have got this point. Who is here, honesty is a name of a quality, that's why we have to use who is to complete the sentence or to connect the sentences. So my dear students, I think you have understood my class and enjoy this class. So I am giving you some questions here. Try to answer them correctly. So at first, what is connector? So connectors are some words which we use to connect different kinds of sentences to make it a one longer sentences. Yes, your answer is correct. Next questions for you. Say two coordinating conjunctions. You know, and, or, but are the coordinating conjunctions. We use them to make a compound sentences. So here is a sentence for you. Rana went to Cox's Bazar dash he could enjoy himself. You know, this type of sentences, to connect this type of sentences we have to use so that. So Rana went to Cox's Bazar so that he could enjoy himself. So which connectors is appropriate? Previously I have said so that. The next sentence, Kamal is a brilliant student dash he does not do good result. So which connector is appropriate, and, or but? We know when we have to connect two different or opposite sentences into one, we have to use but. So here the answer will be but. Kamal is a brilliant student but he does not do good result. So here I am giving you some homework. Write down 10 sentences by using the connectors of who, who is, and, or, but, so that either or.